Hey everyone, welcome back to Reaction Reviews. It's a beautiful sunny day out today. A little bit windy, so excuse the mess of my hair. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and react to the new Thor Love of Thunder trailer that just dropped from Marvel Studios. So this is the newest Thor movie in the Marvel MCU universe. And I'm excited to see this trailer. I'm a big fan of the MCU, comic books in general, science fiction, comic books, all that jazz. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at it together. This is the new trailer that just dropped for Thor Love and Thunder. Let's go ahead and check it out together, and here we go. Oh, that's the... Oh, cool.
Now they're but humble tools for peace. I need to figure out exactly who I am.
Guns N' Roses.
I want to choose my own path. Live in the moment.
Sweet child of mine.
My superheroic days are over.
Okay, he's going back to Asgard.
Remember what I told you? You ever feel lost? Just look into the
Who was
eyes
that?
of
Was
the
that
people
Loki?
you love. Not me.
Oh, Jane Foster as Thor. Awesome. Okay, this is cool. All right, so Thor Love and Thunder. I knew that Jane Foster was going to be in it, but I didn't know that they were going to introduce her as the new Thor. Of course, spoiler alert for those of you that don't follow the comic books. In the comics, there's an actual run where Jane Foster becomes the female version of Thor. And so, again, it's to be expected. Now we're in the woke era where, you have to replace all the heroes with female versions or minority versions or whatever. But this was an actual part of the storyline, so I accept it. I'm excited to see it, actually, because I really like the storyline with Jane Foster becoming Thor. It fit really well. I'll be interested to see how they handle it here. I heard that Natalie Portman is going to be back as Jane Foster, and so that's good. Those of you that follow my channel closely know that I'm a big fan of consistency in casting, and so with them bringing back the same actress to play her, I'm assuming that they're setting her up to be the new Thor. They're going to retire Chris Hemsworth and go ahead and introduce her as the new Thor. Maybe she'll even get her own solo movie coming up and be part of a female Avengers team or a female MCU superhero team, which I'm okay with because, like I said, that is part of the storyline that was in the actual comics. And they did well with it in the comics, so hopefully they will do well with it here too. That scene at the end where he's with Star-Lord for his cameo in this movie. It's good to see him back. Guardians of the Universe, those of you that are fans of the Guardians, I'm sure you miss seeing him and the others. So it's good to see him back. Those two have good chemistry together as far as playing off of each other for comedy. And so that was a funny line. Look into the eyes of your loved one, not me. 10 years ago, that would have been a completely innocent joke. But, of course, in today's woke context, what they're hinting at there. And so that kind of puts a damper on it. But it was funny, as long as they don't take it too far, which, knowing the way that they are nowadays, who knows what they're going to do with it. But anyway, Yeah, this is kind of a different take here. Thor, it looks like he's going to be retiring, which I kind of expected that something like this would happen since, after the Avengers saga, they retired Captain America, and of course he passed the torch on. And you've got the other heroes. You've got, spoiler alert for those of you that haven't seen the movies, the death of Iron Man, and he passed the torch along. In the Hawkeye series, he passes the torch along to a new character. And so this is what we're seeing, is we're seeing the old guard pass on their torches to the new guard. And so I should have expected that that's what they would do with Love and Thunder, especially when they announced that Jane Foster was going to be back. I should have recognized that from the start, but I didn't until I just saw it on the trailer itself. So, yeah, that's what we can expect, I think, is we're going to get in the MCU a new superhero team that's going to be all minority characters, and they're going to be new characters that take over the same identities as the old characters. For example, you're going to have the new Hawkeye, the new Thor, the new Captain America. They're even talking. There's going to be a Hulk or a She-Hulk. I don't know if it's a mini-series for Disney Plus or if it's an actual movie. I think it's something for Disney Plus they're doing. But they're working in, her and Kamala Khan. And so you've got all these minority characters that are coming out. And I think that's a good thing if they do it right. She-Hulk, of course, has been around since the 70s, so it's only natural that they would have her be in there. I was always a fan of She-Hulk. I started reading the She-Hulk comics when John Byrne was illustrating them back when he did the kind of humorous storyline in the She-Hulk titles that he ran, where she was basically breaking the fourth wall all the time and talking to the audience that was reading the comic book, and even jumping out of the page and referring to herself being a comic book character and a lot of kind of stuff, kind of tongue-in-cheek sort of stuff. But I've always been a big fan of John Byrne and his artwork ever since I was first introduced to him with The Next Men, which was a great series, by the way. If you ever get a chance to check out the graphic novel of The Next Men, the trade paperback, check that out because it's a great run. It's a good way to introduce yourself to the John Byrne artist style and his stuff. He also did the Superman revival in Man of Steel back in the 80s, and that was one of my first introductions to him, was in that. And he's been one of my favorite artists ever since. But anyway, he did the She-Hulk series. It was my favorite of the She-Hulk series. And I didn't care for the series that followed after that, after he quit, mostly because the artwork style wasn't my sort of thing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, Thor: Love and Thunder. Like I said, he's going to be retiring, it looks like. And so this is his going back to his roots, trying to find himself, sort of. And so this is going to be sort of a retrospective sort of thing where he's looking inside himself to find his place in the world, in the universe, after the end of the Avengers. The one line he said, "My superhero days are over." So this is going to be interesting to see where they take him and how he's going to go into retirement of sorts. So anyway, looks like this is they're wrapping up the old guard. And this is it. So comment down below. What do you guys think of it? And I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Be sure to subscribe so that you can win that free Star Wars trade paperback that I'm giving away when we reach 100 subs. Thanks again for watching. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. May the Force be with you, and I have spoken.